Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today I thought we would go more in depth as to what team comps and partners I believe will be able to shine with Sparkle. I'll also talk about my personal thoughts on Sparkle's value afterwards, just based on what we know so far. Before we begin though, let me know in the comments down below who is your favorite character from Penacony so far, and just who would you want for a team. And lastly, if you guys do enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe, also hit the like button, and now let's get straight into it. I wanted to start off with the DPS. One of the biggest characters that'll benefit from Sparkle is absolutely Qingque, as Sparkle will be able to enable her gambling tendencies with your skill points with way more ease, plus can make for a perfect quantum team. Qingque is a character that can consume a small amount of skill points or a bunch of skill points in an attempt to get her matching set, which will enable her to deal a bunch of damage onto enemies, assuming you do get that set. Sometimes though, it can feel rough as you can miss the matching set bonus due to running out of skill points, but with Sparkle increasing your amount of skill points from 5 to 7 and also giving the team additional skill points with her ultimate, this will allow you to gamble with your skill points even more, and I'm sure you'll get the matching tiles more often as a result. At least I hope so. One cool perk about Sparkle though is that she's able to advance an ally forward with her skill, similarly to how Bronya can advance an ally forward with her skill as well, but there is a main difference between these two. Sparkle does not have 100% advance forward like Bronya does, as shown in the livestream footage when Sparkle advances Fuxuan forward and her action value did not go to the lowest possible. This is where Sparkle can differ from Bronya, since if your Sparkle is fast, she can keep advancing an ally forward, and as a result, you can have your DPS act immediately after Sparkle. Sometimes when building Bronya though, you'll want your DPS to be faster than hers, so that Bronya is right after your DPS, so she can immediately advance them forward 100% to act again. But with Sparkle, I believe going the fast route with her and advancing the DPS right behind her will be your best bet. Now you may be asking how this benefits Qingque. If your Sparkle is fast enough and can advance Qingque the way I mentioned, then she should be able to easily run attack boots, which you can do now, but Sparkle will allow a good amount of DPS characters to swap to those attack boots because of having them able to attack numerous times from her being able to advance them forward. Additionally, Sparkle gives a crit damage bonus from her skill, which Qingque highly values crit rate and crit damage, so this makes for a perfect pairing. You can also increase the damage of the team, which is nice for additional buffs. When it comes to a team comp though, you can have Qingque as your main damage dealer, Sparkle as your buffer of course, plus character who advances Qingque forward to continuously attack enemies, another buffer or debuffer, which you can go with mainly any of your choosing honestly, but I would recommend any allies that can give potentially different benefits from what Sparkle can give an ally. Sparkle gives the crit damage bonus, damage bonuses as well, from what we know so far, and Qingque can increase her damage and attack through her skill kit. A 4-star character like Pela can be great for reducing the defenses of enemies, as defense reduction can highly benefit a character's damage output onto enemies. If you do intend to go a mono quantum route, you can go with Silverwolf for all the debuffs she's able to inflict, some notable ones being defense reduction, ult type resistance of an enemy, and damage resistance to the weakness type that Silverwolf inflicts onto an enemy, which with a mono quantum team, this will be very strong and also consistent. For other supportive allies on the team, it ultimately comes down to which supports you have built to either buff Qingque even further or debuff enemies, but there's plenty of options to pick from. Another 4-star quantum character that can benefit from Sparkle is Xueyi. Xueyi's always been a little bit annoying to build in my opinion, since she values attack, break effect, crit rate alongside crit damage, which can be a lot of things you have to invest into. But with Sparkle, the consistent crit damage bonus will definitely be awesome for allowing Xueyi to be easier to potentially build, to have a high amount of all those main stats that she does want. And also Xueyi can be able to skill often because of the skill point abundance, which means she can get her stacks faster to be able to deal her follow-up attack onto enemies. Ideally, you'll want another buffer or debuffer for a main DPS Xueyi, and then a sustain of your choosing. Another character that I believe will be great with Sparkle is Dan Heng Il, as he'll be able to deal his maximum enhanced basic attack way more often because of the skill point abundance that Sparkle is able to give. Dan Heng Il is a multi-hitting character, and also highly values high crit rate and high crit damage stats. When it comes to team comps, Sparkle, Dan Heng Il, and Tingyun alongside of your sustain of your choosing will be great for allowing him to get more energy from Tingyun's ultimate. This means that he'll be able to have 2 free stacks to not consume 3 skill points total to deal his maximum enhanced basic attack, and instead only have to use 1 skill point after he uses his ultimate. Yun being skill point positive is even better for being able to have consistent 3-stack basic attacks on 2 enemies. If you don't want to use Yun though, you can use characters like Pela for the defense reduction on all enemies with her ultimate as well. One option I'm very excited for though is Jing Yuan. Sparkle giving Jing Yuan the crit damage bonus with her skill will be great for allowing him to have once again that higher crit rate to crit damage ratio, and he is also multi-hitting like Dan Hong. For team comps, Yun is once again a great option for more ultimate uptime for Jing Yuan, which means more Lightning Lord stacks, and also giving Jing Yuan an attack and damage bonus as well, just from Yun's skill kit. Similar to other characters that I've mentioned, Pela is always a great option as a 4-star debuffer, and Ruan Mei can be a great option alongside Sparkle as well. And of course, this is where you get into a more premium team, which is why I try to recommend primarily 4 stars for supportive options. The reason why Ruan Mei would work very well is that she gives damage buffs, she gives ulti penetration, she increases the allies' break effect, and she also increases the weakness breaking efficiency of allies. With Sparkle advancing forward multi-hitting characters like Jing Yuan and Dan Hong to attack more often, and Ruan Mei's weakness breaking efficiency, you literally just completely shred the enemy's toughness meters and wipe the floor with them, with all the buffs that these two would be able to give a team comp. This one might be a hot take for a character I recommend, but I really like the idea of Argenti with Sparkle. Primarily because you can easily spam his skill, and the consistent crit damage bonus will be great for reasons similar to, once again, the previous characters. Pair this combo up with Yun, and now you'll be able to go ham on the energy, with Argenti having a higher ultimate uptime. And Argenti is literally going to be able to gracefully send enemies to the Shadow Realm, plus you can get away with those attack boots easier with Sparkle on the team, so this will result in higher amounts of damage with the additional attack. Relatively speaking though, a good amount of teams will have a similar thought process when it comes to the buffs that Sparkle gives and how they're beneficial for that team in particular. And it kind of just comes down to the team you're using with Sparkle. Because some other characters I feel like can be great with her depending on how you use her with them. Can potentially be Dr. Ratio. Zila, I think our Hunt characters can benefit a good amount depending on who you're using. So I think Sparkle, when it comes to her value, for those who want a character that can advance an ally forward, give consistent crit damage buffs to that main DPS on your team, which will be great for easier building as well as damage potential, and of course the abundance of skill points as well as the damage increases. I think the abundance of skill points will be a nice thing to experiment with, especially once she's here. It could open the doors for more interesting team comps as well that may be way more skill point hungry. So I would definitely recommend her to those that are missing Bronya. Even if you do have Bronya though, you can use Sparkle on your other team in Memory of Chaos, so I feel like she'll be worth it if you're looking for a character like her in particular who's able to do the things with her skill kit. I will also be doing showcases when she's out, so if you guys do want a particular character you want me to showcase with her, I could do that as well. Just be sure to let me know. Are you guys pulling for Sparkle, and also what team comp you plan to use with her if so? If you don't plan to pull her though, let me know who you're looking forward to instead. And I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and stay tuned for my full video on Sparkle once she's out as well, and I review her based on my own experiences of playing her and just give you those full thoughts. But I hope to see you all next time as well. Peace.